A piece of chicken that costs 5 times more than usual might sound unbelievable, but when it comes to black chicken, the legendary breed often regarded as the ginseng of the animal world, the price suddenly begins to make sense. This is not just any bird, it's a living rarity, treasured for its unique appearance, exceptional nutrition, and deep-rooted cultural significance. But how are millions of these mysterious birds raised and processed each year? Today, we take you inside a world few ever see, where tradition, science, and precision meet to create one of the most valuable poultry breeds in existence. Black chicken farming is unlike anything in the modern poultry industry. While typical farms focus on mass production, fast-growing, low-cost breeds that can be raised in weeks, black chicken follows an entirely different path. These birds demand stricter standards, longer rearing times, and more careful handling. Yet the payoff is immense, from their jet black skin and flesh to their bones and internal organs. Every part of the bird carries dense melanin pigment. This pigment is the mark of rarity, a genetic gift that transforms the black chicken into a symbol of prestige, health, and even medicinal value. China is the undisputed leader in black chicken farming, producing nearly 20 million birds annually, almost half of the global supply. Here, black chicken is far more than a luxury food. It is a centuries-old medicinal ingredient in traditional Chinese medicine. Compared to ordinary chicken, its meat is leaner, firmer, and far richer in amino acids, iron, and natural collagen. That is why a single black chicken often costs 3 to 5 times more than an ordinary bird, while ultra-rare breeds like the Ayam Cemani can fetch thousands of dollars each. But this journey begins long before the bird arrives on a plate. It starts on carefully designed farms where nothing is left to chance. Unlike crowded industrial chicken houses, black chicken farms prioritize natural living conditions, semi-open coops with outdoor runs, disinfected rice husk bedding, brooding areas for chicks, and wide spaces for adults create an environment that reduces stress and promotes uniform growth. Proper ventilation, temperature control, and specialized lighting are all vital because black chickens are far more sensitive to environmental shifts than common breeds. Breed selection is the very foundation of the process. Farmers must choose only healthy, defect-free roosters and hens. One strong rooster can mate with 8 to 12 hens, producing a new generation that carries forward the unique traits of this rare lineage. Each egg is a valuable asset, richer in nutrition and genetics than ordinary eggs, with shells of deep brown to charcoal violet tones. But these hens do not produce in abundance. On average, a black chicken lays only 2 to 3 eggs per week, making every egg an extraordinary prize. Collection is done by hand, twice a day, with workers carefully lifting each egg to avoid damage. The eggs are stored under strict conditions and then screened for incubation. Only the healthiest are chosen, candled to ensure the embryo is viable. After 3 weeks of incubation under tightly controlled temperature and humidity, the miracle happens. The chicks hatch, not yellow like normal chicks, but already infused with melanin, born with their signature black color. Raising these chicks requires extraordinary attention. Their melanin pigmentation makes them more vulnerable to temperature fluctuations, so their brooding environment must remain perfectly stable. Special protein-rich diets, electrolytes in drinking water, and constant monitoring help ensure survival. Farmers know that each chick that survives is not just an animal but an investment worth protecting. Vaccination is another critical step. From the second week onward, black chicks receive carefully timed vaccines to guard against diseases like Newcastle and infectious bronchitis. Missing even a single dose can risk the health of the entire flock. This meticulous care continues as the birds grow, demanding more space, diverse diets, and enriched environments to keep them thriving. Unlike industrial poultry, black chickens are not force-fattened. They are raised slowly, given grains, greens, and natural protein sources like insects. This patience pays off. Their meat develops firmness, rich flavor, and an unmistakable identity that no industrial bird can replicate. Once they reach market size, the birds are carefully transported to processing plants. At the processing stage, every step is executed with surgical precision. The chickens are defeathered, cleaned, and inspected under high-speed lines with strict hygiene standards. The meat is then rinsed, vacuum-packed, labeled for traceability, and stored in cold facilities, ready to ship worldwide. Each bird represents not just food, but the culmination of centuries of knowledge and modern agricultural innovation. On the plate, the black chicken reveals why it has long been associated with royalty and traditional medicine. Its thin, chewy skin, firm yet tender meat, and naturally sweet, clean flavor make it versatile in the kitchen. From simple boiling with ginger to elaborate stews with mushrooms and Chinese herbs, every dish highlights the bird's natural richness. Grilled, roasted, or stir-fried, its flavor remains unmatched. But the story doesn't end there. The black chicken shares its genetic secret, the fibromelanosis mutation, with another fascinating bird, the silkie. While the silkie appears fluffy and pure white on the outside, beneath its feathers, its skin and bones are just as black as the prized chicken. This stark contrast has earned it the reputation of being the inverted twin of the black chicken, a living paradox that proves beauty can come in the most unexpected forms. Once inside the processing plant, the guinea pigs are taken directly to the preparation area. Workers dip the carcasses into hot water to loosen the fur, carefully plucking it away while ensuring the delicate skin remains intact. Internal organs are then removed with precision, followed by multiple rounds of thorough washing until no stray hair, blood, or impurities remain. This meticulous cleaning not only maintains hygiene but also preserves the natural texture of the meat. The cleaned carcasses are then moved into the drying section, where moisture is shed, meat fibers firm up, and the entire body stabilizes. This critical step locks in flavor, enhances shelf life, and prepares the meat for the final stages. At this point, the guinea pig has reached peak condition, ready to become one of the Andes' most celebrated dishes. In Peru, Bolivia, and Ecuador, guinea pig, known locally as car, is far more than just food. It is a cultural emblem, a culinary heritage that stretches back centuries to pre-Columbian civilizations. If you've never seen it before, imagine a whole guinea pig marinated with garlic, pepper, fiery local chilies, and native spices, then slowly roasted over glowing coals. The skin crisps and blisters into a golden honey sheen, while fat sizzles and crackles, releasing an aroma that blends with the earthy scent of potatoes and the sweetness of roasted corn. It's a rustic feast, simple yet profoundly tied to identity and tradition. Beyond the classic roast, guinea pig is prepared in numerous ways. Some prefer it deep-fried whole until crunchy, while others simmer it in fragrant, herb-infused soups. In certain regions, it is salted and sundried, like jerky for long-term storage, ensuring families can enjoy its nourishment year-round. Despite regional variations, the respect for its natural flavor remains constant. The meat is tender, subtly sweet, low in fat, and distinctively chewy, qualities that set it apart from poultry, often served alongside corn, potatoes, or sticky rice. Car is not only sustenance but also a centerpiece of festivals, family gatherings, and celebrations of abundance. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, another food icon was taking shape, Spam, a name so recognizable that many mistakenly think all canned meat carries its identity. In reality, Spam is a proprietary brand created by Hormel Foods, headquartered in Minnesota, USA. Its story begins in the late 1920s, when J. Hormel, son of company founder George A. Hormel, faced the challenge of America's economic depression. With food shortages and unemployment at alarming levels, the nation needed a cheap, reliable, long-lasting source of protein. Confronted with a surplus of unsold pork shoulder, J. Hormel devised an innovative solution, transforming this overlooked cut into a canned, ready-to-eat product with remarkable shelf life. After countless trials, Spam was officially born in 1937. However, its true rise to global fame came during World War II. With a shelf life of up to 5 years and packed with energy, Spam became a vital ration for American soldiers. Tens of thousands of tons were shipped overseas. Soldiers used it not just as food, but resourcefully. Its fat even waterproofed boots and lubricated guns. Through the military, Spam spread to regions like Hawaii, Guam, and South Korea, embedding itself in their cuisines. At the processing plants, pigs destined to become Spam begin their journey in resting areas equipped with ventilation, misting systems, and fresh water to reduce stress. Before slaughter, humane stunning methods are employed, the most common being carbon dioxide chambers or electrical stunning. Once unconscious, the carcasses are cleaned, scalded in hot water, and dehaired using rotating rollers before being flame-scorched to sterilize and remove fine hairs. After the removal of internal organs, the pristine white carcasses are split lengthwise with automated bandsaws. Advanced 3D scanning ensures maximum efficiency, creating perfectly uniform halves. From here, premium cuts like ribs and loins are reserved for fresh markets, while pork shoulder, once considered too tough, is selected for Spam. At the trimming line, excess fat and tissues are removed until only the perfect balance of lean and fat remains. Unlike sausages, where meat is finely ground, Spam uses a coarse grind, preserving texture and creating its iconic springy chew. This is what makes Spam firm yet sliceable, never crumbly. The trimmed pork is then blended with just 6 simple ingredients: pork shoulder, water, salt, sugar, potato starch, and sodium nitrite. This precise formula is key to Spam's consistency worldwide. The blend is vacuum sealed into cans and sterilized at 121 degrees Celsius for 75 minutes, a process that destroys microorganisms and guarantees a shelf life of up to 5 years. After cooling, inspection, and labeling with the iconic blue and yellow logo, Spam is shipped to over 44 countries. Its journey from surplus pork shoulder to global staple is a testament to resourcefulness and innovation. But Spam isn't just food, it's culture. In the US it's been immortalized in comedy and music, most famously by Monty Python's Spam-A-Lot. In Hawaii, where over 7 million cans are consumed annually, Spam is part of daily cuisine, featured in musubi, fried rice, and even breakfast platters. An annual Waikiki Spam Jam Festival draws thousands to celebrate it. In South Korea, Spam is so beloved it's considered a premium gift during holidays, symbolizing prosperity. From meat preservation, we move into another world of transformation: cheese. Each cheese is its own personality, some mild and familiar like cheddar, others daring and controversial like Italy's Casu Marzu, which is infamously ripened with live maggots. While some cheeses challenge the boundary between tradition and safety, cheddar stands as a universal favorite. Originally from England, but now embraced worldwide, cheddar is the backbone of burgers, grilled cheese sandwiches, and mac and cheese. The process begins with milk, whose fat content changes with the seasons. To ensure consistency, cheesemakers blend milk from different sources. Pasteurized milk is inoculated with bacteria cultures that ferment lactose into lactic acid, lowering the pH and setting the stage for coagulation. When the acidity is right, rennet is added, curdling the milk into a gel-like mass. This is cut into small cubes, then slowly heated, shrinking the curds and expelling whey. At this stage, each curd is a miniature protein structure, firming up into the building blocks of cheese. The curds are repeatedly flipped, stacked, and pressed in a process called cheddaring, unique to this cheese. It creates the dense, elastic texture cheddar is known for. Salt is added, both to preserve and enhance flavor. Depending on the recipe, herbs or spices may also be mixed in. The salted curds are then pressed under hydraulic machines into blocks, wrapped in cloth, and left to age. Mild cheddar matures for 3 months, while extra sharp varieties may age for 2 years or more, developing complex flavors and crumbly textures. Every wheel is monitored closely for aroma, taste, and consistency. Finally, it's portioned, vacuum sealed, and shipped worldwide. Each slice carries the legacy of careful craftsmanship, balancing tradition with science. From guinea pig feasts in the Andes to Spam's role in global survival and cheddar's dominance in kitchens, these foods share a common thread. They are more than sustenance, they are culture, history, and identity preserved through time.